3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Anderson. Anderson, and you're watching freaking Jiggy Jag TV.
Loud and proud, it's Jiggy Jaguar from JiggyJaguar.com.
Thank you. Good night.
And 3, 2, 1.
Buff Bagwell. Thank you, sir.
How you doing, man?
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
And I have just some quick questions for you.
Let's do it.
By the way, I've always wanted to meet you, so thank you for doing
welcome.
this. This
You're
is
welcome.
awesome. You were, and I don't know if anybody's ever talked to you about this in an interview, but you are like a 6 or 7 time tag team champion with like 6 or 7 different partners.
I think it's actually 6 with 5 partners.
Okay.
Is what it is, because I did it twice with either Riggs or Patriot, but I get credit for 5, but it's actually 6 with 5 people: Shane Douglas, Lex Luger, Patriot, Scotty Riggs, Scorpio, and I think it was twice with one of those. I think it's 6 with 5. I'm pretty sure. I know it's 6 titles.
How come people don't give you more credit?
You know what? I've always never understood that. I've never gotten credit for it. I've even told people on podcast interviews like this that
because I always talk about Arn.
Yeah, there may be somebody else out there that's done it, but if there is, let me know, because I've never heard of somebody that's got 6 with 5 different partners. I think that's a pretty big deal, and it's pretty hard to do. Scorpio ain't like Luger. Luger ain't like Riggs. Riggs ain't like Shane Douglas, so I had to adjust to all that.
You had
to make
to
it
work
happen.
with all of them.
Absolutely, I had to do it all.
Now, I remember when you were the Handsome Stranger.
Oh yeah.
Contrast that Handsome Stranger character and where you took everything with Buff Bagwell.
That's hard. That's just tough. The ride is just everybody's trying to find their Buff Bagwell, their Diamond Dallas Page, their Goldberg. Everybody's trying to find that, and their Chavo Guerrero, whoever they may be, they're trying to find that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find it too. But when they hire you and they name you your real name, you don't say, "Well, can I change it to something else?" You just say, "Yes, thank you."
Yeah.
But they wanted to call me my real name, which is boring.
Because you were Marcus Alexander.
That's my real
Bagwell.
name, Marcus Alexander
I
Bagwell.
used to listen to Jim Ross every time you'd come to the ring. He always talked about Sprayberry High School.
Sprayberry High School. That was back when me and Jim were friends, but that's
neither here nor
there.
there.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you also do movies. You got any movies coming out or anything?
I'm wearing the shirt of all things.
Oh,
It's
yes.
called Four to Go. John Schneider's film. He produced it. I starred in it. It's about a prison break.
Yeah.
My name's Tank in it, and Dean Kane's in it, and
That's
Mickey
awesome.
Gilly, and Johnny Lee. You remember Johnny Lee?
Yes.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. So it's got some star power in it, and John's in it too. John Snyder's in it as well.
That's cool.
So it's just about a prison break. And I'm the bad guy.
That's cool.
So I'm real excited. We just had the movie premiere last week.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I also seen fairly recently you wrestled Jerry Lawler in Memphis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where were you on the shoulder surgery part of it? Were you
weeks? That was about 4 weeks ago. So I was at week 6 or 7.
Gee. So you've worked with injuries forever, but I mean.
Well, this one I can't. This is my second time I've had it done, because I had it done the first time and just went right back to being me.
Yeah.
And shoulders aren't like that. I'm fused at 3, 4, 6, 7 from the 1998 surgery on my neck. When I was paralyzed from Steiner bulldogging me on that Thunder, April 22nd, 1998 to be exact. You don't forget when you were paralyzed. So if you'll look up that, it was me. It was Vicious and Delicious versus Luger and Steiner, Rick bulldogged me, missed me, paralyzed me. So that's 3, 4, 6, 7 fusion. And then no other injuries for the rest of my career. I did really well. And then all of a sudden, after my main part of my career was over, the shoulder started bothering me. And when that started bothering me, my hip started bothering me. So shoulder replacement, hip replacement. And now I'm just trying to, wait for those to all heal up all the way. But I'm 47, and it's a little bit tougher now.
I recently seen a thing that Glacier had like hip replacement and said that
You know what?
And I'm like,
that's how it was with me too. It was great. The first 6 months were great, and either I came back a little too soon, or maybe it's just almost better and it's not quite better. But it just feels like it's going to get better. It just feels like it's just slow, man. It's just not coming back as fast as everybody hears how great hip replacements go. It's just not going as great as
Are your
everybody
knees
else's
still the original knees?
Yeah, my knees never give me. I've never had knee surgery. I've had one little scope of a knee, of a meniscus, but no problems with back and no problems with knees. So there is some pluses there.
That's cool. So working that match tonight, injured like you did.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the back watching this thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then Chavo's like, oh yeah, he's been injured.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did you? Is it just you just turn it on, or
It's just the respect. It bothers me because I can't do what I used to could do. So it bothers me that I can't perform in front of the fans like I used to. And that's why I've announced my retirement for this last year. Not dead set I'm going to retire, but I made the remark, if I'm not able to keep my body up to looking like Buff Bagwell.
Yeah.
And if you pull up some old pictures of Buff Bagwell,
Buff the stuff.
Buff was the stuff. Okay, he was dialed
Top
in.
hat the whole thing.
He was dialed in really good, and there's good news and bad news with that. The good news with that is I look great. The bad news with that is people remember that, and they want you to look like that again. So if I can't get close to that again, I'm going to retire, and I think I can one more time at 47. I think I can heal this and heal my hip and be where I'm at least close to being Buff. If I can do that, I won't retire. If I can't, I'm not going to come out and I'm looking like Buff Bagwell. Or I'll start going to the movies, yeah.
You can start making these
Do the movies, yeah.
Now, before I let you go, social media, websites, if people want to book you, all this
Marcus
stuff.
Buff Bagwell, everything except Twitter's Mark, because too many letters, I think. And so Mark Buff Bagwell on Twitter. Everything else is Marcus Buff Bagwell. Instagram, Marcus Buff Bagwell on my all my social media is Marcus Buff Bagwell, Facebook, Instagram, and Mark Buff Bagwell on the Twitter.
Okay, one more question. It's a non-wrestling related question.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on stuff going on in the news, like in Venezuela and like all this, all over the world? We just have all this upheaval. What the hell?
Wow, dude, that's a tough.
I
I landed, and Johnny Swinger picked me up and told me about the church shooting, and I just got back from Australia and New Zealand and hadn't heard about it.
Yeah.
And so I landed and heard about that one. And so to answer your question, I don't think I've had time to really take it in because of coming home from Australia and New Zealand and all that stuff that happened before with the people that were getting run over and shot in Vegas, and it's just horrible, dude. It's like somebody's trying to outdo the death toll and who's going to be the record of who kills the most people, and it's just ridiculous. But it's got to be stopped. It's going to be. Hopefully we're on the right path, I think, with this turning this national anthem thing around. It's ridiculous. These guys making millions of dollars that can't pledge allegiance to hold their hands over their heart for the people that are serving our country. Yep. Come on, man. That's not even American. It just isn't. And so it starts right there, I think. And I think we're making the right things with that, making the guys respect their country. If they don't like it, get out of the country. If you don't like it, get out of the NFL. But to not give pleasure and give thanks to the people that give our freedom to us, just blows my mind. So it starts right there. And it trickles down to a shooting in Vegas, to a shooting at a nightclub, to a car running over a bunch of people. It's just crazy, but it's just, I don't have an answer for it. It's just bizarre to me. It's bizarre.
I think Buff Bagwell could change the whole world.
Well,
that's why I had to ask.
Maybe.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And can I get a photo with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's do this. He's busy.